and Pattinson have been almost unplayable this season. Do you think the loss against RR came at the right time to regroup and hit the drawing board? And how do you analyze the game Stokes and Samson played that night?
It's always good. We've got good bowlers this year with us. Trent Bolt, James Pattinson, even Coulter Nile is there. So it's always been very good to bowl with them. There's a good partnership. We discuss a lot of things. So it's been very good so far. And the game against RR, I think everybody was pretty clear in what they wanted to do. The wicket got better in the second innings as well. And having said that, both Sanju and Stokes played a really good innings. So when somebody has a very good day, so you could have to give a lot of appreciation to the other team as well, that they had an outstanding day and they played their shots and they were very smart in their chances that they wanted to take. So yeah, overall nothing to be worried about. We are very happy. We are still very clear, and we have nothing that we have to change drastically. It's just that on the opposition, one day the opposition played better than you, and you have to just say well played and move forward.
Okay, now psychologically, what is the difference between bowling a super over and the last over of a chase in a regular time? And bowlers who don't usually go for Yorkers in the last over of the chase seems to prefer Yorkers in the super over. Why is that?
So it's difficult to just categorize it in one go, but it's different. So sometimes you might be sitting in your dressing room and you might not be expecting bowling a super over, and then suddenly you have to get ready and you have to start from the word go. So it depends on different people how they treat it. But for me, I just try to keep things simple, try to assess the wicket, try to assess the situation, the boundary sizes and all of that, and I then choose my options. It's very difficult to just say, oh, you should just bowl Yorkers, you should just bowl slow ball. You have to be very proactive, you have to be smart with what approach you want to have and what the wicket is helping as well. So all of these things I keep in mind and try to do what I can.
Right. A similar question about the nerves of bowling at the death and the super over. How do you stay calm, and is there any kind of meditation or the mental condition you do to remain in control of yourself?
See, it's always difficult when you bowl in a pressure situation. The match is full of pressure and you can create an impact. So during that time, usually bowlers can come under pressure, they can complicate things, they could think about a lot of things that they shouldn't. So then I try to do things that are in my control. I try to stay in the present. I try to take it one ball at a time. Whenever pressure creeps in, then I tell myself what does the team require to do for me to do at that moment, and then segregate the whole situation. So then I focus ball by ball. What do I have to execute on this ball? Be it even if I'm fielding, so what do I have to do on that particular ball? Field well. So try to segregate the things, try to be in the present. That helps me a lot. So that's probably the goal that I always look to do in any situation.
Okay. Do you make a conscious effort to not repeat the same delivery to keep batsmen guessing? And does it also depend at which stage of the match you are?
It depends on what stage you are there at the match. So sometimes you might be looking to close off the over, or sometimes you might take a gamble or try an attacking approach. So it depends. It's just not that you have a same template of, okay, you will repeat all those balls or you will change up with each and every delivery. It depends on the whole situation. What stage are you there on the match? What is the wicket offering, and all the dimensions of the ground. So all of these things you keep in mind and then decide what kind of delivery you want to put.
Right, a few players, mainly England and Australian players, have expressed concern about the bio bubble staying in a bio bubble for a long time. In all probability, considering cricket will be played in the bubble till the next IPL. So how do you plan to stay mentally fresh and not let it get to you?
So it's very important to be mentally fresh. I know it's a little bit difficult to always stay in the bubble, stay in that controlled atmosphere, not being able to go out. When things are normal, you usually go out for a coffee or you roam around, so you get a breath of fresh air. But it's difficult, but you have to, as I told you, stay in the present, try to control the things that you can, and then try to create a healthy atmosphere in the bubble. Try to be with each other, try to talk to a lot of people, try to have a good conversation back home as well. So all of these things help you to stay in the bubble. So this is what I look to do as well. I know times are tough, but you have to adjust as professional cricketers what you have to do, and everybody's safety is top priority as well. So this is what I look to do, and probably going further I look to do the same.
How much does this kind of setup which Mumbai Indians has put in, where you have a team room, you have all the entertainment aspect of it, how much that helps in regrouping and staying?
It's always important. You've got a lot of things over here. We've been looked after very well in the hotel. We've got a very good team room, very good gym, very good setup. We've got a beach access as well. So all of these things help quite a lot, because you've got a lot of space to roam around. You could do a lot of things, a lot of activities. So that helps you. When you come back to the hotel, you can switch off for a while. You can, hang out with your friends. So all of these things are very important going forward as well. So yeah, we've been very grateful. We've been lucky that everything has been taken care of really well, and that is helping everyone, even the players who are not playing. So it helps them to be in very good state, even if whenever required they could jump into the squad. So yeah, it's very helpful.